Well, good morning again, everyone. This is Michael from Salt Lake City. I want to show you a little bit of the progress I've made on the 1942 Zenith model 7S682, and I want you to take what I say in the video with a grain of salt. Sometimes, you work on a radio that's a little bit tough, and you get tired, you work on it all day, and it makes you a little grumpy. So think about that as you're watching this. Understand that these are great radios. They're black dial Zeniths, and all black dial Zeniths are great radios. They receive well, they play well, and they sound good. So I think if you have one of these, they're worth restoring, and I think you should do it. But what I want you to know is that these take some time, more time than you might think. This is only a 7-tube radio, and you think 7-tube radio, no big deal. But Zeniths typically have a lot of capacitors. There's a lot going on, and the chassis wiring is usually quite messy in that vintage Zenith. And especially the 1939 to 42 Zeniths, and a lot of other brands for that matter, that have the crumbling insulation syndrome that you see so much, the rubber insulation that's crumbling, and in this radio, just about every wire I touch, the insulation just falls off. So I was grumpy. I had been working on the thing all day long, replacing wire after wire after wire, doing more work than I ever predicted I'd do on this radio. But it's still a worthwhile project, and this is going to be a great sounding radio. With that, I'll let you take a look. Let me tell you something, guys. If you can possibly avoid having to work on one of these 1942 vintage small chassis Zeniths, man, I suggest you stay away. Unless you are a very patient person and you don't drink too much coffee. I've been working on this thing all day, and I mean all day. In fact, I worked on it all day yesterday too, and it's still a rat's nest. Not only are there a lot of capacitors in there, that's par for the course for Zeniths, but the wires are just everywhere. And they've taken basically the same design that they put in the large chassis Zeniths, and they stuffed it all in this little tiny box. And I'm telling you, if you can avoid, run away from, steer clear of one of these radios, I recommend it. If you happen to come upon one and it's already restored, hey, I say that's great, because they perform really well, and they are nice radios. It's a black dial Zenith, and they sound great. But working on them is pure nightmare. Now, I'm like John from Arkansas. Sometimes when I'm working on these things, I just need a little boost just to clear my head, just to give me the strength to carry on. When I've been fiddling with this and messing with it all day long, I need something to give me a little boost. Now, I know John likes Blue Diamond almonds, and they're okay, but John doesn't know the real secret, the real thing to eat to give you strength. It's like the modern-day Popeye spinach. And what is it, you ask? Here it is. Brock's Indian corn. You can only get this stuff really this time of year. So I buy a bunch, and I stock it away, and I keep it around for most of the year. When I'm getting real tired and I'm getting real worn out, man, I'll pop in a couple of Brock's Indian corn, and it'll make me feel better right away. I like it so much that I have a special packaging scheme, and I put them in an old peanut jar. So I can tilt the jar like a glass of water and dump the old Indian corn right down the snout. Right down the chute. So, John, you go ahead and enjoy those blue diamond almonds, and I'll dig into the candy corn. We'll get back at you soon. I'll show you the progress on this radio. Bye for now.